So far, you've seen examples of tuples, arrays, and dictionaries, which are all data structures that are defined by Julia. But did you know that you can create your own custom data structure? My friend, let me introduce you to the struct. In Julia, a struct is a user-defined collection of named fields. For each named field, you can define the data type for that field.
Wow!
Let's take a look at an example. I'm in VS Code and I've already created a new .jl file. I've also launched the Julia REPL by using Alt-J, then Alt-O. And I've adjusted my user interface so that my REPL window takes up roughly half of my screen. To declare a struct, use the struct keyword in all lowercase letters, followed by the name of your struct. By default, structs in Julia are immutable, so use mutable struct if you want the ability to change the values of the fields. By convention, the name of your struct should begin with an uppercase letter. Place the field names on separate lines, but you don't need to separate them using commas. If you don't declare a data type for the field, Julia will assign it the data type any. To close the struct declaration, be sure to include end. As a side note, the data type integer is a general data type covering all of the different types of integers available in Julia. When you hit Shift-Enter, nothing happens. That's because all you did was declare your custom data structure and made it available for use in memory. To create a struct, use the name of your struct as the constructor, and then enter the values in the same sequence as the named fields, separated by commas. As you're typing, note that VS Code is reminding you what the field names are for your struct. What you just created is called an instance of your struct. Note that the data type of this instance is not struct. The data type is dog, which is the name of your custom data structure. So not only have you created your own custom data structure, you've also created your own custom data type. To access the value of a struct field, use the same syntax that you used for a named tuple. Start with a variable name, followed by a dot, then followed by the field name. This is another example of a key-value pair, where you access the value by using a key rather than an index number. Note that in VS Code, when you hit the dot, the available field names will appear as options for your convenience. Pretty cool, right? Because you defined this as a mutable struct, you can mutate the value of any field, as long as the new value is of the same data type defined in your struct. But a mutable struct only means that you can mutate the values of the fields. Even if the struct is mutable, you cannot add a new field to a struct. You'll get an error message if you try to do that. When it comes to data structures, as a beginner, you should learn to use arrays, tuples, named tuples, and dictionaries until you're comfortable with them. But after getting some experience, you may find it that it's more convenient to define your own custom data structures. That's when you should consider using structs. So that's the basics of using a struct in Julia. The next chapter will introduce the concept of control flow, and we'll begin a series of chapters covering different examples of control flow tools available in Julia.